Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. In today's video, we're going to do a special birthday live recording. So my goal is, guys, is on this video, I'm going to do this video raw and I'm going to do it live. Now, after I'm done with this live video, I'm going to go back in, edit the video down to about 10-15 minutes and post it. But I thought by doing this, you guys kind of get to see, how much I struggle behind the scenes. But also, guys, I get the opportunity to answer your questions at the end of this video. And as you guys know, from yesterday, I absolutely love answering your questions, especially when it comes to, purchasing real estate. I love talking about credit, debt to income ratio, things of that nature. So you guys, tune in for the end of this video and shoot me some questions so that I can answer them for you. But what we're going to do today, guys, is essentially talk a little bit about Carmax and how the used car bubble is melting down and what that might look like moving forward into 2023. Now, obviously, a lot of people compare, the bubble that we're in right now to 2008. Now, 2008, essentially, guys, we had a total financial collapse, essentially led by residential mortgage lending. Fast forward to today, we have many safeguards in place right now through the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act that essentially makes the lending regulations for residential mortgages right now pretty strong, right? So the reason I'm saying that, guys, is just because we won't necessarily have a total meltdown in residential mortgage lending, that doesn't mean we won't have a total meltdown in other consumer debt companies like credit cards and like car loans. So, I'm going to jump into an article, guys, with Carmax. We'll take a look at their stock. We'll take a look at how many vehicles sold in Q3 of this year and things of that nature. Other than that, guys, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, shoot me a comment below, share it. And you guys do me a favor, hit notifications. I'm not sure what's going on with the algorithm, but a lot of people aren't getting notifications. So hit that. And I definitely appreciate you guys. Obviously, I have a comment up from Vital Signs. We'll get to that towards the end of this video, but let's jump into the article right now, y'all. And let's start reading. All right. Y'all like how I did that, by the way? So when I'm doing the actual video, I'm going to edit this all out, but I hope you guys like that. Try not to look at the comments. I want to look at the comments, guys. I just want to start answering questions. I don't even want to read this, but I'm going to read it. Okay. Now, I'm going to have this linked in my description, but the name of this article is Carmax results hit by used vehicle recession, buyback paused. So I really want to see, what does that mean, buyback paused? And good morning, everyone. I see your comments. I'm trying to stay focused because I got to send this video out eventually. But let's read a little bit of this. Used car retailer Carmax said on Thursday it was pausing some hiring, halting share buybacks, and cutting expenses after reporting an 86% drop in third quarter profit as the industry struggles to offload inventory amid waning demand. Now, if you guys remember, the total loans for cars right now is over $1 billion. It's about almost $1.5 billion. So we'll take a look at the default rate here in a minute. Now, the company Carmax shares fell as much as 12% to 52.10, and we're at more than a 2.5-year low, dragging other auto retailers down with it. Now, obviously, guys, why are these people hurting? Probably everyone knows. Quantitative tightening. The higher the interest rates, the stiffer the quantitative tightening, the more it's going to hurt used cars, new cars, and credit cards. All of the rates in consumer debt is going to go up with quantitative tightening. That's a fact. And you guys are already seeing that. And also, on a side note, y'all see the 10-year? Y'all see the 10-year this morning? Do y'all remember me saying after holidays, rates go back up? Y'all go look at the 10-year. I think it was at 3.8 last time I looked at it. But anyways, the used car industry, which minted money during the pandemic, is now struggling to sell cars at or above the prices it bought them as consistent rate hikes and decades high inflation take a toll on demand. So as big as the bubble blew up from the used cars, obviously, guys, it's blowing up. So it's going to be very interesting to see how bad it gets. Now, I don't know that Carmax, I think Carvana is going to go probably bankrupt. I also believe Opendoor is going to go bankrupt as a result of having depreciating assets, right? So Opendoor is probably just going to lose money. I believe Carmax is going to be better off, but let's keep reading this. Carmax is battling a used vehicle recession, okay? And if you guys look here, this is Carmax profits shift to low gear. Basically a chart. It's showing you their profit, from Q2 of 2021 to Q3 of 2022. So you guys can see, look at, year over year. So Q3 of 2021, we're up right here to 269.4. It goes down to 37.6. So this is an indication, guys, that quantitative tightening and the Fed's goal of demand destruction is working, right? It's working. People are starting to get laid off. Companies are starting to file bankruptcy and shut down. And, we've already seen that in tech. We've already seen that in, the mortgage industry. We're going to see it in the, other real estate companies, but we're also going to see that spread to the car industry as well, because you guys already know, just like I know, car loans are absolutely ridiculous. And to give you guys just a little bit more info on the stats, the average car payment is $700 a month. Okay, so the new car that's purchased right now is over $700 a month. It's a 26% increase in payment since 2009. Okay, the average interest rate right now to purchase a car, you guys, 6.5%. So demand destruction. I hope you guys can see that. Now, in response to challenging industry conditions, Carmax said it slowed car buying in the third quarter and cut marketing and capital expenditures. So here's what I really, started noticing, guys: slowed car buying. Most people look at Carmax as, a place to go to purchase or sell a car haggle free, right? To get a decent deal on your car and not have to go through the unpleasantness of negotiating. So Carmax is huge. Carmax is a huge indicator, being that it's a huge company in the retail sector, on what's going to happen. I mean, they specialize predominantly in used cars. So, the fact that they're slowing buying, guys, that's a sign, right? That's an indicator of what's to come. Now, Carmax is also lowering its staffing from an attrition basis and paused hiring in its corporate office to cut costs. Okay, so obviously, you guys, layoffs even hitting Carmax. They're not laying off yet, but what comes before layoffs? Pausing hiring new people, obviously, right? The company also halted share buybacks. To me, it's crazy that companies buy back their stocks. I get it. They're probably making a lot of money doing that. It is what it is. Given the third quarter performance and continued market uncertainty, we are taking a conservative approach to our capital structure. You guys, it's really hard for me to read live because I know I can't mess up, and it's just naturally the way my brain works. I want to mispronounce this because of one reason: the camera's on. As soon as the camera's on, people just start losing themselves. It's crazy. Carmax reported retail and wholesale used vehicle units were almost $300,000 in the quarter through November, down 28% from a year earlier. It also bought about 40% fewer vehicles in the third quarter. So if they're buying, fewer vehicles, that probably means they're also selling fewer as well. So this is going to go into the stock. Let's look at their stock, guys. I'm going to pull this up so we can take a look at their stock here. Now, this is very interesting. I really want to pull up the shares of TDOC that I sold y'all, because unbelievable. That was a good call. I mean, selling that, it's down significantly now. But take a look at Carmax. Obviously the market's opening negative. There's a lot of things in negative right now, but the stock is down to $58.51. That represents, guys, year to date. Let me see if it's right here. It is right here. 55% down year to date. Okay. Thank you, Fifth Knowledge. I accidentally looked at the comments. I appreciate your support, brother, on my mispronunciation. But you guys, this stock is down 55%. So, a lot of companies are doing worse, but obviously, guys, it's down massively. So let me go on to the next report here. What I want to show you is this. Take a look, okay? Now, this is U.S. auto sales in November. So shockingly, right? And this is the thing. This is why the Fed has to battle inflation so much. People are still spending money like everything's fine. If people would stop spending money, we can get through this a lot faster with a lot less pain, but people are still spending money. Look at this. Auto sales up 11.3% in November. You guys, I know this is super small, but when I re-edit this, I'll zoom in on that. But used new car vehicle sales accounted for 1.13 million units for the month of November alone. Okay, so in November, 1.1 million, 1.1 million units sold. All right, OSO, thank you. No pressure there, brother. Shouldn't have looked at that. Now I'm like tunnel vision. He's getting me nervous. Take a look at this. Look at it. All eyes on you, no pressure. You guys are supposed to support me through the live. All right, you guys support me through the live. Let me pull up, and I'm going to edit this out, obviously, on the edited video. But this is the fun part about showing you guys how this video works behind the scenes, because I'm a complete disaster. Thank you guys for the happy birthday. I'm not 35. I feel like I'm 60, but I am 39 years old today, and I still get pimples. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm 39 years old. I'm looking for his comment. Geez, here we go. I'm going to pull this back up here because I want to get back to vital signs. He made a good point. Okay, so in other words, you guys, people are still buying like crazy, and the Federal Reserve has to continue to punish us, unfortunately. And we're going to have to pay for everyone else's spending habits, essentially. And it's really messed up. Take a look at this other thing. Okay, now remember this. This is and all the stuff is going to be linked in my description for you guys to reference this. But take a look at the total household debt. I have done a video on this already, but this is as of Q3 of 2022. And what I want to show you is obviously last time, what was at stake was mortgage debt. This time around, I don't think we're going to be as much at stake, at risk as far as mortgage debt, again, as a result of the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act, you guys. But if you go down here to auto loans, look at this, guys. American households have $1.52 trillion worth of auto debt. Okay. And not only that, look at the credit card debt is almost at $1 trillion. Raymond, I see you. I see you guys. I want to talk to you guys, but let me just finish this video. You guys, an overwhelming amount of debt. Let's go on to the next thing here, okay? I want to show you this, okay? Appreciate you, Sean. Love you, man. Almost 3.5%. As you guys can see here, this is all going to be linked, and this is only as of Q2 of 2022, so this is not Q3, but almost 3.5% of all car loans, good credit, bad credit, are delinquent. So something is happening right now with car loans, with consumer debt. And I hope you guys are paying attention to this because there's still a lot of people with their heads in the cloud, right? But 3.5% of car loans. And actually, guys, here's the thing. It's actually more than that because this data is lagging. More than likely, it's probably in the 4%. But it is what it is. Take a look at this next article, guys. And we're going to start, ending this video. But this is what I really wanted to show you. The number of cars that are 60 days or more delinquent, look at this, hit 1.65% in the third quarter. And you guys, this is not like houses. People are just going to walk away from their cars. They're going to trash their cars. Used cars don't hold value like homes. Well, actually, the home values are going down so fast right now. Vintage cars are exceeding the appreciation of homes right now. But my point is you don't want to purchase cars if you're in the market to purchase a house. And the reason, guys, is purchasing a car is a depreciating asset, right? Purchasing a home is obviously not a... Do y'all like how I did that? That was tricky. It took me a long time to learn how to do that. So anyways, you guys, here's the point I want to make. There is some really bad things. The everything bubble is popping. There are really bad things around the corner. So essentially, I don't want you guys to be stuck in fear, right? I want you guys to prepare to work hard right now, save as much money as possible, and just get liquid, right? Save as much money because in environments like we're going to go into for the next few years, cash is king, okay? Deuster got me yesterday with the cash is king comment. I don't know if Deuster's online right now, but you guys, cash is king. And if you want to be successful in investing in real estate, or you just want to purchase a home of your dreams, for pennies on the dollar, essentially, you can't be buying cars, right? You can't be getting yourself in consumer debt. That is all bad, right? You need to get yourself out of consumer debt. Drive a Honda Civic. Right? Drive a 1990 Honda Civic, save money, or a Prius. Drive a Prius, you can save gas as well. My point is, guys, is don't fall victim to what society is doing, what the media is doing. Don't fall victim to being stuck in the rat race and, being overwhelmed in credit card debt. So other than that, guys, like I said, I wanted to make this quick. I'm going to move on to the live Q&A. But before I do that, I really appreciate you guys following along with me on my journey. And if you're out there investing, you guys see, I have to edit this all out. Y'all see that? I see the comment. I have to edit my outro out, and I got to do this again. So let me focus. I see these comments over here. I really love you guys. But if you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck, and I hope you win. So now, you guys, let's get to the questions. That's the video, you guys. I don't know when I'll release the video. I'm going to send you guys a link here as well if anyone wants to join the stream. And I'm really scared about this. So I'm going to post this link right here. So if anyone's suited and booted right now, hit this link that I just sent to you and, join the stream. I will warn you, I will mute you and kick you if you get too crazy or if you cuss. And I don't even know if this is going to work, but the link to StreamYard is there if you guys have a microphone and whatnot. Like I said, gear up and we can talk a little bit, Vital, jump on there, buddy. All right, you guys. So let's answer some questions. I want to take what Vital Science, has up here. And basically what he's saying is, morning all, my prediction is we will see an auto loan forbearance and loan modifications as well as blocks on repossessions, all backed by the government. Now think about what he's saying, you guys. Now, when I first look at it, I'm like, I don't know. But when I, think about how high the loan amounts are, how much the or the values of cars have gone up, and how high the interest rates are, I mean, it is possible. People on average are paying $700 per month on car loans, right? That's insane, right? That is absolutely insane. Some houses cost $1,500 on the mortgage. So what is good? Okay, I have WTH that joined. WTH. He actually he actually got on here, you guys. But it says device not connected. I cannot bring you in, WTH20. I love you though. I appreciate all the first place comments, brother. I cannot get you on here, but I see you. But where's your mic and stuff, brother? But anyways, guys, so let me know if I don't know, Vital. I think it's possible. I don't want them to for obvious situations. We need to heal and we need things to kind of naturally play out, obviously. WTH, I don't know what's going on, man. Try to fix your stuff. Let me get some questions going on here. All right, let's see questions here on there. Oh, let me Sean, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Sorry I didn't put it up right away. I wanted to finish the video. Also WTH, thank you. So Sean, big love to you. Okay, I have someone on here. Jalen is on. Okay, Jalen, I see you, Jalen. Fix your setup. All right, I'm gonna have him come on here. I'm gonna have him ask a question. He's smiling. But Sean, thank you, brother. Let me read your comment. Thank God I bought my lease QX60 last year at a nice rate of 1.99. I will drive this till death. And best part is more leasing for me and no throwing away money. So I wanted to bring Sean up as well because he made a comment the other day and it really hit my soul. And I've really thought a lot about what he said. And there's a lot of people burnt out. Right. There's a lot of people burnt out about the housing market, and I get it. And if you guys need to take a step back, guys. I myself am also burnt out. And the thing is the housing market crash is slow and it's difficult to be patient. And I get all that. All right. So I'm going to, Jalen, you ready? I think I'm scared, y'all. I'm going to bring him in. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to mute him and kick him if anything goes wrong. Man, Jalen, can you hear me?
How's it going? Yes, sir.
Going well. Hey, man, can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear Jalen? You guys comment below. Jalen, what's going on, brother?
Good, sir. Good. I just have a question. I discovered you through Orlando's Miners channel when you did that collaboration with him. So yeah. I was like, man, this guy's funny. He's cool. I'm going to subscribe to this guy's channel as well. So, I just have a question. My situation is a little crazy. I'm not renting or neither am I paying a mortgage. I'm actually been living in my car for a year now, and it's by choice. I have a good job. I'm in the union. And so I have $17K saved up, and I've been paying off my student loans, doing the Dave Ramsey debt snowball, and my credit, 720s, 750. So I'm ready to buy, but I just don't know when. And I'm getting tired of sleeping in my truck.
Man. Dude, and, so let me just tell you. Well, let me just tell you this, man, I'm gonna let you ask another, follow-up question, but and I can see the mirror behind you. Isn't video amazing, man? But I'm just gonna say this, dude. You said you're working, you're saving your money, right? Is that what you were saying? You're saving your money?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
And do you have consumer debt?
I don't. No, I did. Dude,
let me say this, okay? What you're doing right now, man, is now keep in mind, this is my personal YouTube channel. I can't give financial advice, so I'm only going to talk to you as if of what, from my shoes, right?
Yeah.
And I got to say, man, I'm going through the same thing myself. It is really hard for me to stay patient because I can buy right now. I'm well leveraged. But the thing is, man, there's a reason why patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue because it's hard. We see so many things going on, and so many people saying different things. It's hard for us to know what the right thing to do is. But I'm going to tell you, plus we're going against the media norm. So we feel lonely and we feel crazy, but you're doing the right thing. Your sacrifice right now, dude, listen, your sacrifice right now is going to put you ahead in the future. I can guarantee that. Man. The reason why so many people get caught up is the lack of preparation and the lack of discipline. You're sleeping in your car to get ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, who's doing that? Dude, people are drowning in credit card debt just to stay alive. So
I have 2 credit cards. I Capital One prepaid and Macy's. I only use like 1% like utilization ratio. Like I don't even mess with. I'm just using it just to build my credit.
Good.
It's been going pretty good. But my mental health is in decline. Like sleeping in my car, sleeping in Walmart parking lots and stuff, and taking showers at the gym. But yeah, I'm ready to get into a multifamily purchase Orlando's beginner's investment course. So that's my plan for next year.
I love it, man. I mean, I think you're doing the right thing, dude. I think the mental health part is difficult, even for me, man, because like
lonely.
It's hard. Well, yeah, I mean, like it's hard, man. But just keep doing it, man. And you know what I had to do is I had to take a break. Even though I was still posting videos, I went on vacation. I cleared my head. Maybe you stay at an extended stay for like 2 nights, right? But
that's what I'm staying in a hotel right now. Yeah,
that's what right. I mean, man, sometimes you got to clean your head, refocus, meditate, so you can get back in the right mindset. And that's why my channel has mindset in it. A lot of life is about mindset, and I'm not trying to be one of these guys, you Jalen, that that makes a ton of money in real estate. I just want to balance life, to be honest with you, and that's my mindset. I don't, it is what it is. I'm gonna kick WTH out. So other than that, man, I'm gonna let me see if there's any more questions on here. Just stick with me in a minute here, and no one else has joined yet. But I appreciate you joining, man. Keep it clean. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Don't you have it here? Okay, so someone asked you a question, Matt K. You guys start your questions, and I cannot keep up. So he's asking, do you have a friend or family to split a place with?
I don't, because my family is mostly on the East Coast, and they're living in New Jersey, and I'm on the West Coast, living in Washington State, working as a pipe fitter apprentice. So, I mean, like I said, I'm by myself, and it's by choice. I was able to pay off $33K worth of debt in about a year. Not having a mortgage or.
Oh my gosh, man!
Yeah, I did the Dave Ramsey debt snowball, but.
Dude, you're like Jeff 2.0. You're like Jeff 2.0. Sorry, Jeff. We got a new Jeff, man. Dude, I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome, dude.
But hey, who you taking information from is so important, because you've been getting on Dave Ramsey's butt. I'm just like, man, it's so freaking true.
All right, let me talk about Dave Ramsey. All right, I'm gonna talk about him, man. First of all, Dave Ramsey didn't make you do what you're doing right now. You did that. You're the one that did this. You should be proud of yourself. And here's my thing with Dave Ramsey. I think his getting out of debt and stuff and the principles, I think it's great, man. I think a lot of people need step 1 through 10. My gripe was, a few important things that he was saying, specifically credit. Like credit is super important, man. Utilization ratio is super important. Right. House value does go down. But the thing is, man, is I'm happy that program works for people. And the other thing I don't like is the dude sells leads to everyone. Auto leads, and the dude is a lead maniac. So
listen, I trusted him because he's a Christian and I'm a Christian. I'm like a traditional Christian. So I trusted him, and I'm just like, man, probably shouldn't so much.
Take a look at this, dude. I don't know if you can see the screen, but Jeff wrote you a comment. He's, Jeff, this is Jeff, and he's similar to you. He's a really well-positioned buyer. He's on the sidelines as well. But he's basically saying a buy box, and Rental One teaches about this a little bit more, but it's basically, see what you want to buy, do a buy box. He's telling you to get, pre-qualified, from a lender. I suggest that as well. Talk to a realtor.
Okay.
Mortgage doesn't exceed 25%, but these are just tips. Right. Jalen, and my suggestion is, man, is if you're not well leveraged, don't even buy next year. If you're well leveraged like me, look for the deals. One of the first steps that I've taken is getting pre-qualified, right?
Yeah. Should I do that right now, you think? Or
the thing is, man, is okay, so
I'm going based off you guys' information, and I'm planning on buying in Q2, Q3. I'm listening to what you and Orlando closely. So I mean, should I get pre-qualified right now? And
so here's the thing. I believe people should get pre-qualified well in advance. Okay. And so I'm going to just say yes. If you plan on buying in the next 6 months, get pre-qualified now. And here's why. First of all, understand that if technically a pre-qual is not an approval, it doesn't matter. A good loan officer knows how to do their job. The pre-qualification is good for 1 day. Right? People don't realize if anything changes in your financial situation, your credit goes down, your pre-qual is no longer good. So I say people should get pre-qualified right now. If there's anything wrong, you could do something about it. If they say you got to make more money, maybe you can make more money. If they say your credit's too low, you can figure out how to get your credit up. But what you don't want to do is get qualified at the very last minute. So I definitely think that I think you should. But also it's going to allow you to see what payments are, what out of pockets are, and things like that.
That was going to be my next question. You said the pre-qualification is good for one day. Like, what would be the point of getting pre-qualified? Just to see where you're at, or
yeah? Like the pre-qual could be good for 1 day or 5 years, right? As long as nothing changes. But the advantage is knowing where you stand.
Gotcha.
Knowing where you stand, and say you have a price point that is $250,000. You need to know, okay, if I buy this house at $250,000, my expenses are going to be $15,000 to close, and my mortgage payment is going to be about $1,500. Those are really, really important knowledge to have going into buying a house. But man, overall, you should be absolutely, proud of yourself for what you're doing.
Really get out this truck.
Dude, I'm proud of yourself. But let's see this other question here. So, any advice on negotiating with Bill? Oh my gosh, on new construction. Any guests you can bring on to offer their advice? Love the channel. Oh my gosh. So I have a client, Jalen. It's a viewer, and I told her I wasn't going to represent her for like an hour and a half. I told her not to buy. I lost sleep. It came down to some factors that it made sense for her, but. She bought a new home build, and the process is so bad. And then not only that, so let me explain that process. But I also got a phone call about 3 days ago from someone. I just happened to pick up, and I'm trying not to pick up my phone. I'm trying not to respond to emails right now because I just don't want people out in the house market. But some guy called me and said, Travis, I understand now what you mean about new construction. This man walked away from a new construction deal, a house that he loved, which is good, by the way. But he walked away from it because the salespeople in the new construction communities are absolute trash. They're absolute trash, but it's just manipulating trash. They say all kinds of great things and nothing comes to fruition. I remember the first new construction I purchased, I had to sign a contract that said, hey, our sales reps don't know what they're talking about and they can't get in trouble. They're not regulated like us. So the thing is, to answer her question, I would say, let your realtor do the heavy lifting. Let your realtor. You guys, Jalen, you're going through too much, man. You're going through that mental turmoil, that discipline. You don't need to be fighting and doing your realtor's job. And that's why I keep saying you gotta interview realtors that love you, that love their job, and let them take that burden on. That's how they earn their money. And the thing is, that sucks, man. You still got to be careful because there's some bad realtors that will use your emotions.
Yeah, they don't care. They're just trying to make a buck. They don't have your best interest in mind. And like you said, don't show any emotions, don't show any enthusiasm. I wrote that down on my paper. I was like, yes. Because I'm going to be so excited just looking at houses. But you're absolutely right.
So we got some questions up here, man. Okay. So what is your buy box is like this much square feet, bedrooms, bathrooms, this price, this payment, right? So basically what do you want? And I just want to show you some love here. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, these people are proud of you. I mean, they're saying, that's why I love our community at Real Estate Mindset, man. I mean, dude, that's why I need to do these lives, man. I mean, y'all sharpen me. Even if I don't respond to the comments, I read some of them, man. And y'all make me so strong. Here's WTH. So he got blocked. He did join.
Okay.
He did get blocked. Let me invite, see if I get anyone else on here real quick. I'm going to resend the link, see if anyone wants to join. Obviously, this is all going to be edited out of the final video, but this is really fun, man. I really appreciate. So ask me another question, man. What else you got?
I got so much questions. That's the whole, I guess what's going on in a real estate market, and the kind of discrepancy with the freaking news outlets. You said not reporting on it. Is this crash really, you think, is going to be bigger than the actual 2008? Because I'm feeling it in the bank accounts and in life, and I'm seeing it, but I'm not hearing about it as much. So there's like a, you know what I mean? Is it going to be as big as 2008, if not bigger? And you said it's going to crash faster. If it crashes faster, will the crash not last as long? You know what I mean? Like the whole, a candle that burns brightest doesn't last as long thing, or like what do you think is going to go on? Share me.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I ask myself this all the time, and I teeter a little bit, back and forth. But I'm going to explain. I love talking about, like, I'll explain my definition of crash or correction, or I love being able to have my definitions, right? Like a lot of people that are like older realtors that didn't pivot, it's just nonsense, man. I mean, they never
Yeah.
explain their words. So overall, first of all, I want to say this: I don't have a crystal ball. I'm I'm guessing what's going to happen based on my experience, based on my logic, based on the data. So understand that, right? And understand this as well. I'm not in control. The Federal Reserve is. So I'm guessing what liars are going to do. I'm guessing what people that keep flip-flopping are going to do. Now, having said that, overall, I'm at the point right now, man, that I do believe overall that this housing market crash will be worse than 2008 in the form of price decline. I do not think that we will have as much foreclosure as last time. I don't think that, because of loan modification is proven so successful, and we didn't have good loan modification back then. 2008, 2009 birthed loan modification. I know that because I worked for a loan modification company. It was a horrible process back then. Fast forward to today. So, I don't think we're going to have a foreclosure crisis. I think that prices will crash more than they did from 2008 to 2011, just depending on the local house market. I don't think that's going to happen, man. And also, here's this: I already know the crash is going to be faster, because it's already proven that this price crashes faster. Now, as far as how long the buying opportunities are going to be, I think there's going to be buying opportunities for years, but I think there's going to be an initial set of buying opportunities for that are going to hit the market. I don't think it's going to be. I don't know, because it really depends who gets elected president. Because remember, 2024, whole another administration maybe is going to be in office. But the thing is, man, I'm preparing now, right? It's what I think is likely going to happen. We're going to have a flash crash. We're experiencing that now, massive price crash. And then after that, it's either going to slowly go down in some metros, or it's going to slowly go up. And there will be several years to purchase at that point as affordability hopefully comes back to the market. So my goal, man, I'm not going to time the bottom of the market for my primary residence. If I wanted an investment property, I'm going to take more time. For my primary, I'm not. I want to find something that I love, far out of the bubble, at a great deal. But again, understand, my mindset is different than most people. I'm well qualified. I expect negative decline. I'm okay with that. I have multiple sources of income, no consumer debt. So there's different levels of buyer. And right now, no matter what you do, you need to maintain your level of discipline, your level of strength, in my opinion. And people like you, the harder that you stay disciplined, the more you're going to be a winner, man. But again, one point I made yesterday is there's a fine line between financial destruction and finding the best deal of your dreams.
I was going to say,
fine line. Yeah. So make sure your employer is good. You said you got a union job. Get with the lender and keep studying your market. Are you using the links that I'm providing you?
No, not yet. No, because I've just been waiting. I've just been sitting and waiting to buy. But yeah, I can start putting those into action right now.
Let me let's okay, this is from Sean. Now, Sean's got some really good opinions here. I really appreciate you, Sean. Sean was one of my original supporters. It's always special when the people that come up with you from the beginning. But Sean, good point. And this is so true. I don't think as much for you, Jalen, but he's basically saying that before you even get qualified, ask yourself, is it really the right time for me to buy? You're different. You've been working on this for years. You're paying debt. You're sacrificing, right? But the thing is, Jalen, most buyers, right, and this is from my experience in lending, most buyers barely qualify. Most buyers push the approval to the maximum. So if anything goes wrong in life, AC goes out, foundation problems, roof leaks, wrecked, right? So yeah. So what Sean is saying is basically check your emotions at the door. Is what I'm reading there.
Like I said, I'm ready to get out this freaking truck. I'm showering at the gym. I'll have to, because I'm going to be excited about looking at houses and he's right. I'll be aware of that for sure. So
And you guys throw up some more questions. Here's a good question, man. Stay with me, Jalen. Let me know if you have to go. But
No,
this is a good one. This is a good one because of your boy Ramsey. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
he's
just
not
kidding.
my
I'm not
boy.
Bro, listen. Okay. Is there ever a reason to put down less than 20% on your first home? Here's my answer, man. Hell yeah, there is. Let me explain, okay? I lost everything. I had horrible credit. I had to crawl my way out of the gutter. So when I was able to finally buy a house again, I got an FHA loan at 3.5% down because that's all I can afford. And I did not want to be overextended by putting 20% down. And guess what? I converted that to owner financing and I have a note on there and I ended up making like $200,000 on that. And I put 3.5% down. So, like, I get more money down, but like we're in an environment right now where I believe liquidity is important, because you can afford a higher mortgage payment if you don't have consumer debt, right?
Yeah.
If you have good spending habits, just put less down, save the liquidity, use the liquidity to invest in something. That's what I say.
Do you think I should possibly use down payment assistance? Because I would be a first time home buyer. So save the $17K.
So down payment assistance programs are really hard to get, but really good for some people. And you don't really want to look at down payment assistance programs that are bonds, because usually the down payment assistance programs with bonds comes with really high interest rates, and restrictions on selling or refinancing. But if you get a grant is essentially free money. So you want to look at your state's grant down payment assistance program.
Gotcha.
Yes,
grants.
And the reason why it's so hard to get is generally the restrictions are super low debt to income ratio, and you can't make that much money.
Gotcha.
But that's a good question, man. Let me see if you guys have any other questions here. I'm trying to scroll down to the bottom. I am way up here. I'm going to try to scroll fast, you guys. I'm sorry if I'm passing your questions. Thank you guys for all the love as well. Jeff put someone on timeout. Man, I love Jeff. So, I want to show you this meme that Orlando Miner made, because you were just talking about
Miner.
Yeah, you're just talking about Orlando. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Yeah, some boy Orlando.
Let me just.
Man, I'm learning a lot. I purchased his investment course, his beginner's investment course, and his whole cash flow analyzer and all that stuff is teaching me a lot, dude. I love that guy. He's awesome.
Who, Orlando?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like Orlando.
Tons.
Yeah, he's one of the real guys. When I first talked to him, I mean, he just blew me away. He's one of the smartest people I know. Orlando is.
Yeah. You guys are a group, right? Because I think you mentioned that before. Right?
Yeah. We have a group together, and that man has held me so accountable. But take a look at this meme. Let me see if I could do this. Like, boom. Okay, good. So look at this. So he just did this meme.
I see that.
Date the rate, marry the negative equity. I mean, come on, man. That's funny. I love you, Orlando. Okay, so this is, in response to the question. So I'm paying PMI then. Well, it depends if I have an FHA mortgage. If I have an FHA mortgage, I'll pay MIP. But yes, mortgage insurance. So if you don't have 20% down, if you don't have 20% down and it's a conventional mortgage, you're going to have mortgage insurance. Even if you have 20% down on FHA, it still comes with MIP that lasts for 11 years. You're probably going to refinance by that time. So, I'm going to pay some PMI, and depending on my credit score, it's going to be super low. For example, my credit score is 780. My PMI, even if I only put 5% down, it's going to be dirt cheap, because my risk levels are so low. And that's why I keep saying, the better your credit, the better deals you get, including PMI.
Yeah. No, okay? Let me ask you a question, though. Because you said, I remember in videos, you said everyone who bought a house about 6 months ago has lost equity. And so everyone who's planning on purchasing a house next year in 2023, going into 2024, do you think they'll continue to lose equity as interest rates goes up? Like, should I expect to lose equity in 2023?
I think that to be honest, man, remember what I said, it's about mindset. So you're going to want to prepare for the worst. You can spend your time hoping for the best. That's fine. But we're in a very dangerous market. So you got to prepare for the worst. I suggest that anyone that buys in 2023, I don't care how good a deal it is, go into purchasing with the mindset you're going to be trapped for 5 years. Go into the mindset where you're going to be upside down. Okay. If you go in with that mindset, what's it hurt? You're just going to be stronger. You're going to be able to, to handle those blows a lot better. So I think that every single person, quite frankly, should.
Yeah.
So we got another good question, man. We got another question here. When does a slow season usually end regarding real estate purchasing? Just curious how the trend was before pandemic. So when does the slow season usually end? Well, usually we get a huge influx of inventory and activity spring and summer. So April. So probably April, you guys are going to see things kind of kick into another gear, depending on the Fed, right? Depending on the Fed.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can get some more questions real quick. Let me talk. Let me talk about this because this is good. Okay, so I was told that PMI is for the life of the loan. Here's the thing: there is no PMI with. Okay, there's mortgage insurance with FHA, but it's not called PMI. It's called MIP, mortgage insurance premium. PMI is private mortgage insurance that only applies to conventional mortgages. So PMI on conventional mortgages does not last forever. The lender will automatically terminate your PMI at 78% LTV, not 80. People say, oh, they're going to do it at 80. No, they're not. You have a right as a homeowner to write into the lender to ask them to remove the PMI once you're at 80% LTV. Okay, but they're not going to do it automatically until it hits 78%. Call it greed, call it whatever you want. Good question. So, did that make sense to you, Jalen?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know more of PMI. Yeah.
PMI is based on the loan amount, LTV, and credit. So PMI is definitely has to do with credit, big time, especially being conventional. Yeah. So also,
I'm liking this having no debt thing.
Yeah.
I should get qualified for a pretty good amount.
So so I'm throwing this up here because there's such a preconceived notion. As a loan officer of 2 decades and teacher of real estate for a half a decade, I can tell you that PMI doesn't come off at 80% LTV unless it's through the purchase. If you have 20% down on the purchase, you don't have PMI. But listen to what I'm saying. By law, legally, by law, the lenders will not automatically remove your PMI at 80% LTV unless you write in. By law, they are allowed to extend PMI to 78%. That's a fact, right? Big misconception about PMI. Big misconception. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here, man. Let's keep going down here. Good questions, guys. Keep these questions coming. Okay, so he was talking about MIP. Yes, MIP lasts forever on FHA unless you have 10% or down more. And then MIP lasts for 11 years. So if you don't have 10% down or more on the purchase, it's going to last forever. If you do, a whopping 11 years. But sometimes FHA offers streamlined refinances that allows you to take advantage of changes of MIP. I don't know if that made sense. So here's a good question right here. This is a question. Now, Jalen, what type of loan are you going to get qualified for?
I'm hoping to go. Well, I've spoken to a guy already, like a mortgage lender, and based on my credit score, he's pushing me towards conventional. But I wanted to do the FHA
because of down payment.
Yeah, get down payment. See if I can keep my 17Ks, keep my savings, and then just go from there.
All right, I'm going to give you a program that has actually a lower down payment than FHA, so pay attention to this, okay? Wow. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm just going to cut through all the tape here. There's one reason conventional is better than FHA. Mortgage insurance.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. FHA has lower interest rates. FHA is generally easier to do, in my opinion. Lower interest rates, easier to do, more flexibility, but the mortgage insurance on FHA is crazy. So if you have good credit, in my opinion, you should always do conventional versus FHA. If you're worried about your down payment, check this out. There are special conventional loan programs for first-time home buyers, which is defined as not owning property in 3 years. So the definition of a first-time home buyer is not owning property in 3 years. Anyways, so there's a first-time home buyer program through conventional called Home Possible and Home Ready. Really great program for first-time home buyers. It requires only 3% down. So, but not only does it only require 3% down, I think it's Home Possible. It's either Home Ready or Home Possible. It's a DU or LP, and it's DU that offers it.
Yeah.
But the program also offers reduced PMI.
Oh wow, that too. So, I didn't know that part.
So talk to your loan officer about Home Ready or Home Possible.
Travis, I did that, and I got the certificates because don't they offer a course as well, or
for Home Possible and Home Ready?
Yeah, is that different, or
the thing is like there's a it depends on the automated underwriting approval, but generally, and the thing is, man, is it's just a course. The certificate is just a piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
Like, still be proud of yourself for going through it, but that piece of paper gives you nothing. You still
man, I paid like $99 for that like freaking course from Home Ready and Home Buyer.
It's a good course, but no, man. I mean, they're good programs, but it's the lender that's giving you the money, right? Remember that.
Gotcha.
The course is just part of the requirement. So look into Home Ready, look into Home Possible. Let me make sure that I'm answering all these questions. What markets do I think are going to hit the hardest? Austin, Phoenix, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Seattle. I think New Orleans is going to get hit. Boise, pretty much everywhere in California. To answer this question, the most unaffordable cities. The cities that surged in unaffordability the most, I believe, is going to have the hardest crash, right? I think that we're seeing that in the data. I'm seeing that in the data. So FHA does have certain requirements for the inspection, but here's the misconception, Jalen. There is no FHA inspection. There never was an FHA inspection. They require that the appraiser, right, notate like stains on the wall, chipped wood.
What? No way. I can't be that lax.
I hate it, man. I mean, so I'm like, what? We got to go back out there and paint wood chips? Like, what the heck? So a lot of them are loose with that and don't follow through. But that's generally the thing. There also are conditions when it comes to livability as well. So
wait, you're saying FHA doesn't require a home inspection? They do it through the appraiser, and that's it. It's not.
No, I'm saying that really no, unless it's a septic tank in well, but no loan like conventional FHA is going to require an inspection. None. They will require an appraisal. And through the appraisal process, the requirement of the appraiser is to notate those types of deficiencies. Right?
Okay.
And the thing is appraisers aren't inspectors. So they're not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, where's the disconnect right there? I did not know they did that. Okay.
Good questions, guys.
Right.
I don't know. Jano, I don't know enough about Huntsville. I would go to, Redfin, and I would go to Altus Research to find that out. Here's a question from Johnny. When you buy a house, will you have an extra room for loyal subscribers that maybe I don't know. What's up, Medic? Nice to see you, man. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay. So here's the thing. So this person right here, he's basically saying he's got a 682. His wife has 777. So his wife's got great credit. He's got good credit. His broker is still saying FHA. Here's what y'all have to understand. Just because you have great credit doesn't mean you're going to qualify for a loan. There's other factors that are equally important as credit, like debt to income ratio. If your debt to income ratio is too high, you can't get conventional. One of the advantages of doing FHA is you can go higher debt to income ratio. So that means you could be in more debt and still get qualified for the same amount. All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that may be why that broker is saying that. I don't know.
Do they tend to push a product more like FHA?
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Do they tend to push a product more FHA unconventional? Do you know why?
So that one more time.
Do they tend to push a product more than?
So I've heard this, but I don't. Now, you have to understand. There's correspondent lenders and brokers. Okay, correspondent lenders, you're going to get amazing service. Talk to the underwriters. You're going to get all the stuff they can broker out. But when you go through a broker could generally get lower interest rates, garbage service. And in those scenarios, brokers, I believe, actually get paid more SRP, service release premium, on FHA versus conventional. So in that, also government loans, so like VA as well.
Oh, wow.
That's a guarantee. Okay. That's guaranteed actually loan. But personally, no, to me, it doesn't matter if it's FHA or conventional. Haley, I will absolutely still be doing videos. Yeah. When I, oh, my man, Orlando, you know this guy, Jalen?
Orlando, dude, Orlando's in.
I love this man.
Bro,
Love this man.
Orlando, man. I got your course, man. Your course is like this guy's cash flow analyzer, all that good stuff, buying multi-property. I
I'm
also
gonna
pay
tell
for the
you. Let me tell you why I love Orlando, man. I was born around investors. I was born around millionaires. Like, yeah, I'm so important. I'm so good. I'm so smart. I'm a college dropout. Blah blah blah. I'm so smart. But the reason I love Orlando, this man is an absolute genius. He's a very successful real estate investor, and the dude is super humble.
He
The
is, I
dude
can
is
tell.
super humble. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I talk to Orlando about anything. He's. I never hear him bragging about himself. I'm always hearing him, helping other people. And that's what I look for in people that I love and
Yeah.
respect. I don't care how much money they have, how big their house is, how many cars. It's their character.
Character,
That
yeah.
is why I love this man. So Orlando, thank you for that $5. There's my shameless shout out to you, but I do like him. Um,
That was a good dude.
so let me just make sure, you guys. I'm gonna wrap this up here in a minute. So throw out.
Travis,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, man. I appreciate you taking my call and answering my questions. Man, I watch your videos when they, subscribe and notifications is on for you, man. So I watch your videos. I was gonna say, man, if you can look at the Central Oregon market, Redmond and Bend, Redmond, Oregon, Bend, Oregon. That's where I plan on buying my multi-property, the house. That'll be awesome. You can put those in the videos.
Okay. I'm gonna make an example out of you.
No, I'm scared.
All right, hold up. Let me answer this question from Jeff. All right, Jeff,
Okay.
if dude, as long as you have the patience for a 203K, I think it's a good way to house hack. A 203K is a loan that gives you money back. The money is held in escrow, and through certain stages of the construction, you're allowed to draw on the escrow funds. So hold on 1 minute.
Do you think 203K loans are good right now? Because given the price of materials and all that stuff, or this depends on your situation?
It always depends on the situation.
Okay.
But I do think it is a good loan for some people. So here's the thing, man. I get people all the time that ask me to, let's see, does this work? All right, that ask me to, what's this market? What's that market? You guys, I'm intentionally putting the links in my videos so that you can go home to your motel or on your cell phone and you can go here. One of the ones I suggest is people go to Altos Research. I'm going to do this right now. Okay. You go to Altos Research, go to Market Reports, okay? And then run a report. Give me the zip code that you're interested in.
It would be 97760.
Boom. That's all you do. Hit your zip code. Hit. Is this Terrebonne?
Yeah, Terrebonne, Oregon. Yep, Central Oregon.
Okay. Boom. Oh, this one's looking good. Actually, this one's looking good. This one looks better than my own local market. Okay, so this is actually kind of saying that that market is actually from this data, and I want to do some more research. It looks like it's turning in your favor big time. It looks like it's just hit a buyer's market. This is the first time I've actually seen a city that I've researched on Altos say buyer's market.
What?
This crazy, man. Inventories at, look at all this stuff. Average days. Oh my gosh, look at this.
That's awesome.
Average days on the market 175. Look at that.
All right. I definitely got it. I'm going to your links after I end this.
Oh my gosh. So average days on the market skyrocketing. Let's look. Median rent is still going up. Let's look at median list price. Okay, so median list price is about 7-day average is about $650. So last time it was at, geez, this market's crazy, man. Dang, this market's crazy. So last time it was at 650 was the end of 2021. So this is an expensive market.
It is.
This is a real expensive market.
The Central Oregon area, yeah.
But I mean, inventory is going up. You got all this stuff here. I mean, look at this data, man. And then after you're done doing that, let me show you how hard this is. Okay, so you go there to look at your market. I'm glad that we're doing this. And then I also say go to Redfin, right? I'm gonna do this from scratch. Typing in Redfin, Google, clicking on Redfin now. Yeah. Okay, scroll down to see housing news. Boom. All right, data center up here. Click it. Okay.
Data center. Okay.
Now I look at all this. So now I can run data for the last 4 years in several metro areas, and I can look at median sales price. I can look at listings. I can look at inventory. I can look at all that type of stuff.
Gotcha.
Median sales price is good,
and it shows days on market as well, too, right? As the other one. I know Altos does. The Redfin does, or
yes. This has where's it? Days to close. Median days on market. Look right here. See. Look at this is median days on market. So that's what I mean, man. You know, really what I'm trying to say here is boom, empower yourself, right? You know, use the links, figure it out. 2 or 3 good, 2 or 3K is pretty good, but you saw that. I mean,
yeah, that's simple. Okay. Got you. I get what you're saying.
And remember this, get with the realtor and have them start doing a market analysis in the zip codes you want. Market analysis just for square foot to keep it simple for 2021 and 2020. Do that now.
Oh, 2 years back and that's it? Okay.
I mean, go more if you want more, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, take a look. So in our market, lenders require termite inspection. The only loan lender per se that I know that is a requirement on is VA. Here's a good question. Here's a VA question. I love VA loans so much. I love them. So what is the DTI for VA loan? I have an average of 690 credit score. So here's the interesting thing. DTI is an overlay for VA loans. VA loans actually use something called residual income calculation. And in my opinion, residual income calculation is the smartest way to figure out if someone can afford a house, but we don't use that. We use DTI. I've been able to get someone to answer this question about 50%, but it also depends on your down payment. I've had a veteran put 10% down and I was able to do a FICO score in the 600s. And I think his DTI was like 53% at the time, but his residual income was okay. So we got an accept through automated underwriting. A lot of this stuff is automated underwriting, right? So you got to get the file to work through the system first. But it's residual income, about 50% is where you want to stay under. Okay, let's see here. Here's another question. No consumer debt, 190K income, bomb credit, a lot of savings. How do I calculate max loan amount to safely aim in this market? The thing is you don't calculate it. You got to get with a lender, and you got to get with a good lender. Get with a good lender. Let them tell you how much you're qualified for, what payments are. You don't have to go shopping for the next few months or next year, but get qualified to answer those questions. Getting qualified is such a powerful tool to understanding where you stand right now.
Yep, gotcha.
All right. I'm going to quickly go through here, man. See any other questions that are pretty good? What did Santa bring me? You guys. Okay, we have ways to pick a good. We have heard ways to pick a good real estate. How do you pick a good loan officer? Same way as a good real estate agent. I mean, a good loan officer is about due diligence and communication. Okay, so again, 2 most important things with a loan officer: due diligence, communication, and that is how you go after loan officers. You're gonna want to test your loan officer by asking them if they ran your file through automated underwriting system. You want to ask your loan officer if they ran your file through automated underwriting system. If they did, that demonstrates due diligence. If they didn't, it demonstrates they don't care. And then if they say, yeah, I ran your file through AUS, then the next thing you need to ask them immediately to mess with their head, was it LP or DU? So was it loan prospector or was it desktop underwriter?
You're wrong, man. You're giving away tips. Was it LP or D? What was the other one?
DU or LP.
Okay.
Desktop underwriter. All right. So we got Sam that just came on. Let's bring in Sam here. Sam, how you doing, brother? I can't hear you. No audio. Your audio.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
I'm doing well, Travis. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Be nice. You're live, brother. What's going on, man? Welcome to the party.
Thanks. I've been sitting on that screen waiting to click the button. This is like way out of my comfort zone. So.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But sorry, are you okay if I ask a question?
Yeah. Please ask a question.
Yeah. So my wife and I, we have 0 consumer debt. We don't even have any other loans, which is honestly probably hurting our credit more than helping it. But we're both in like high 700 credit scores. And the crappy thing is that we're coming up on the end of our lease in the apartment that we're in here in the next like 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
And we're trying to decide, well, do we buy now or do we wait? And I think that we could save up more for a down payment. We're definitely not getting to the point that we're at like the 20%. And I know that part of it will probably depend on the on our local market, but yeah, the big question is, well, do we we buy now, or do we try to buy now, or do we wait another year, or are we going to miss out on our opportunities?
Okay, so first of all, Jalen, you didn't have to go. Jalen dipped out. Jalen, appreciate you. I don't know where he went. I love what an amazing story that he has. So here's the thing, man. I'm not going to give you financial advice because that would be illegal. I'm not representing you as a realtor. I'm just going to explain my shoes because I'm in a similar situation as you. I could put more than 20% down. Okay. I have, but the thing is, you're in a, if my lease ended in 2 to 3 months, I'd be freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out a little bit, man. So I'm freaking out a little bit, and my lease ends in July 1st. Okay. So the thing is, you sound well qualified. Okay. If you're well qualified, you find a good deal as far as being under market value with great incentives. It's a payment you can afford, and you expect, if you go in with the mindset where you expect negative decline, if you're struggling with mental health, and you're not in that balance in life, it may be, it may be okay for you to jump the gun. Okay. I think that anyone including myself, I think we're jumping the gun if we purchase in Q1 or Q2 of 2023. But I do think that it's okay for some of us to do that. Right. What's not okay is doing it blindly. Right. Is doing it with false expectations. So, brother, on one hand, I say my own personal situation, I'm going to jump the gun, but I'm not going to recommend you do that. You're in a great situation. You have great credit. You're saving money. If you're not in a rush, then don't rush.
Yeah.
Right. And here's the thing. Let me just put this in perspective. If I'm you, my lease is up in 2 months. I'm going to try to extend for 6 months. But say I can't, say I must extend for a year. I can cancel my lease.
Yeah.
But I'm safe, right? I don't want to cancel my lease because of the fees, but the thing is, man, is if you have a good lease termination in your lease agreement, maybe extend your lease and just bail out. Usually it's like 2 months. Again, look at your lease. Pay your 2 months of rent and get out of there. Move into your house. It's hard. You're in a very difficult situation, more than me, because 2 to 3 months is not a lot. No. That's not a lot at all. So, and another thing, I don't know if I'd put 20% down. I don't know if me personally, I'd put 20% down because that money will be trapped in your house if we go into negative equity. So, you see so it's just a hard decision. Everyone has a different situation. I'm not going to put 20% down because I want to take my liquidity and I want to make more money with it. Right. But that's my mindset. Yeah. That's my goal. So,
and I guess just to be clear, so we're not to the point yet that we have that 20% down. And so we're probably to the point that in our local market, so we're looking in the Utah area, and which is, I don't know, I feel like historically has been kind of a crappy market for buyers, at least in the last 5 years or so. But yeah, so we're not to the point that we can put down that 20%. And my wife really wants to hit that 20% mark. She's a David Ramsey fan.
Tell her to shop for prices at a lower price point then.
Yeah, right. Well, see, but the thing that I do like about her, or I guess there are a lot of things I like about her, just to be clear.
I hope so.
But one of the things that I like about her financial mindset is the fact that she does like to live well within our means. And so we could afford like a $3,000 home payment. We don't want to do that. We want our home payment we want our mortgage payment to look more like $1,500 a month. Which in the current market is kind of unrealistic. But yeah, so we're not quite at that 20% down mark. We're probably going to be looking at more of a 5 or 10%. I was listening when you mentioned the Home Possible and the Home Ready mortgages. And I'm going to have to look into those more. And then my wife is also a nurse, and there's some down payment assistance programs available for them as well. So we're going to try to take advantage of as much as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does sound like, I mean, it's one of those things where you never know what's going to happen. Right. And I figure if the market drops by about 10%, I'm going to feel a lot better about putting 10% down on a home, because then if it falls another 10%, it's it could fall 20% from peak to trough. But I think that it's a lot less likely for it to pass that 20% negative equity mark.
I hope so. But here's the thing. Let me throw something else at you, man. And I'm not one of these guys that says, "Oh, just refinance." Okay, this is I'm saying this to you differently. An option that you might have is, say, I just hate talking about negative equity decline, but because your wife wants to do 20% down, that's the magic number. Everyone says 20% down because they get to avoid mortgage insurance. But say you put 5% down. Say you put 5% down. We go through hell for a period of time. 6 years later, we start getting equity again. It's possible at that time y'all can just refinance, either put more money down onto the loan to reduce the LTV, or hopefully by that time, property value would have at least rebounded to what you purchased it for, and then you can try to refinance at that point. But my point is you don't want to overextend yourself in this market. If we have job layoffs, if things start get broken, if they overcorrect, we're going to need our money. We're going to need liquidity more than anything. And normally I would say, yeah, do your down payment. Good for you. But I'm just personally right now with how everything is structured, brother, I just don't personally feel comfortable with putting 20% down, because I want my liquidity to help get me through a recession or potentially purchase things for pennies on the dollar. And that's why I say that. Now, let me answer this question real quick. Home loan, how long do you need to be in your current residence? So you don't have to be in your current residence for a particular time. You just need to show 2 years of residential history. So 2 years of residential history. Also, regarding employment history, you need 2 years of employment history unless you're coming from college. College transcripts count as employment history. Pretty cool thing. Give me another question, man. What else you got, Sam?
So I guess, I mean, I know that you've talked about the Salt Lake area market before. I mean, things do seem to be shifting. We are seeing, I guess, comparatively huge inventory growth. But I would love to hear your insight on that market specifically.
Dude, I know my market, man, because that's where I'm buying a house. I don't know these. Well, and then I know the major ones that are. What's the zip code? You go to Altos Research to start out, right? Here's where I'm at Altos. What's the zip code?
Yep, 84123.
84123. Sunnyvale was actually okay. So Salt Lake City view report. Oh, Salt Lake City is doomed. So you're about, it's a little bit like my market. I could see that, median rent appears to be going up somehow. Days on the market. This is what I really like looking at. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Days on market. So days on market's 80. That's what we like to see. The longer that the inventory is on the market, the better. One of the things that I would really look at as well is new home building. I believe there's a lot of new home building, if I'm not mistaken, in Salt Lake City. Is that correct?
Yes, there's a ton.
Okay, so right now, let's see what our 7-day is. 7 days at $499. Last time I was at $499. Again, was about beginning of the year. So you're at about, like me, same thing in my market. I'm down to, my averages are the beginning of 2022.
Yeah.
Jalen was actually lucky. He was actually, I believe, into 2021. So, you're seeing a decline here that to me, this is more than just seasonal. Obviously, here's the trends right here. So it has, dipped and then gone back up, but this is a pretty steep decline. I believe, it's probably going to continue going that way. I think it's going to be too soon, obviously, to purchase. We need more declines, maybe, when they get to 2020 values, which would be, around what is that? Let's see right here, about 400,000. What are we at right now? About 499. So, I mean, it's possible it could drop another 20%. And I say that because Salt Lake City is one of the places that went up way too much.
Yeah.
So, I think Salt Lake City, especially Salt Lake City's got room to go down, man. This is just one Altos Research. This is, zip code specific, but you can also go here. Unfortunately, and this is really good, man. This is Redfin right here. I mean, I stay up late and I just look at different metro areas, but you go to median sales price, you go to many different metros. I'm pretty sure Salt Lake's not in here, because I was like, why isn't Salt Lake? Yeah, see, Salt Lake's not in here.
Yeah.
But if your metro is in here, you can learn so much data. But remember also, Sam, you don't have to do this alone. Your realtor should be helping you. Your realtor, give your realtor the zip code or even the subdivision of where you're interested in. Do your market analysis and stop guessing. Yeah. I could tell you in the market that I'm interested in what price per square foot was in 2020. Can you? See my point? But so start that process so there's less guessing, and you do not have to buy tomorrow. You can buy 2 years from now. Do the work now. That's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, and
real quick on her question is FHA is for primary residences. And then also just this last one, this was a really good one, is yes, you can buy off your PMI up front. And I did that through my refinance. So my PMI was like $5,000 left and I just paid it through my refinance. So I didn't have to pay it out of pocket. It's actually a good way to get your payment down. What's the other question, brother?
Oh, well, I was just going to mention that, I know that you hate the idea that people are going to suffer from financial turmoil and all that. But I mean, following a lot of the other finance guys, like things are not looking really great for 2023. Like with subprime auto loans, with I mean, just honestly, everything that's going on. And I do think that will just continue to contribute to negative equity decline as a whole. So I think that, especially getting some affirmation from you, like I think that that things probably will look better later on next year or early the following year for me to buy. But
I mean, if you're not in a rush, like I'm in a rush, Sam, you know, I got to get out of here, brother. Like I'm in a rush. If you're not in a rush, why rush?
Yeah.
You know, we don't have this opportunity often now. As far as like foreclosures and stuff, man, you know, I'm actually doing a video because I have an actually update on the foreclosure data. But let me show you real quick the foreclosure data. Oh my gosh, someone donated. Thank you so much, guys, for the $20. I just noticed that. I'm so sorry. I'm behind on the comments. Y'all mean a lot to me. Thank you. You guys don't have to do that. Let me pull this up. Let me zoom in here, and I'm going to show you. Let me show you this. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Right here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but this is the data for foreclosures. All right, I'm going to show you first of all where we're at the beginning of this year. Okay, so the beginning of this year we had 1.9 million people. Okay, 1.9 million people in default. Okay. Likewise, we had 850,000 people in serious delinquency, which is the most danger of foreclosure, 850,000 households. Okay. Now we're coming right out of the foreclosure ban. So a lot of that was like rollover. But what I want to point out is look at the numbers where we're at right now. We have less people right now than the beginning of the year that were in default. It has gone up. It's actually at 1.8. This doesn't reflect it. So we've gone down with people in default, and probably as a result of the refinancing to low rates and selling, right? And then the low notifications. But also look at, here's what I noticed as well. We have about, about 300,000 less households in serious delinquency. Okay. The reason I'm pointing that out is, boom. The reason I'm pointing that out is man, loan modification works, and who cares if we get inventory from foreclosures? We don't want these people getting kicked out on the street. So the thing is we already know we don't need that. Prices are already going down. I think what is going to really dictate foreclosures is unemployment. If people are unemployed and they get laid off, they're going to walk away. They can't afford their house. So I think foreclosures will have an effect on prices, but brother, we have so much new construction and investor inventory right now that is hidden. It's not on the market. It's shocking. We don't need that. I have found so much in my local market, so much hidden inventory from Lennar and Open Door. It's mind blowing. I'm going to do a video on that. Good question. So how long is your loan letter good for? 6 to 9 months. I say it's good for 1 day, because if anything changes in your life from one day to the next financially, your qualification could be done, right? A qualification letter is a snapshot in time of your situation. But if anything changes in your situation, it can become void, right? Good question. What do you got, Sam? Give me something else, brother.
Ooh, honestly, I don't know that I got anything else for you. I appreciate you addressing my questions and concerns. I freaking love your content, man. I watch your stuff every single day. My wife gets sick of me talking about you.
Tell her I'm sorry, man. Tell her I'm sorry. So I didn't mean it.
I'm not sorry. But
so, I mean, yeah, man. Oh, here's Jalen right here. But yeah, I mean, you could stick around, man. You don't have to. I'm just going to go through this a little bit. I got to get going. I'm going to answer this one and we'll get out of here. All right. This is the last question. Let me just, okay. There's another really good question. Oh my God, man. I got to stop looking at these questions because you guys just bring out so much passion. I love talking about loan stuff. I'm going to talk about it at dinner. Upfront MIP okay, real quick. Getting offers from lenders, conventional loans with 3% down. Is there any reason I should not be taking the offer? So this is the loan I was talking to you guys about. 3% down conventional is generally a first time home buyer program called Home Possible, Home Ready. And honestly, it's a really good program. Generally, some of them offer lower PMI on conventional mortgages. How do you calculate upfront mortgage insurance premium? 1.75% of the loan amount rolled back in. Okay, so 1.75% of the loan amount minus down payment. So $100,000 minus 3.5% down is, I just can't think right now, but you get it. So I'm going to go, you guys. I have to make some videos. I'm going to be putting out my real estate update video. Just want to give a shout out to my man Penny. Thank you so much for the love, you guys. I really appreciate it. But Sam, I appreciate you coming on, man. You know, stay engaged to the channel, stay loving people, stay helping people. And I'm going to get started, man. So, you know, look out for my drop today about 4 o'clock. It's going to be my update video. I'm going to tell you guys, you know, my journey, where I'm at with my journey. I'm going to show you guys Open Door. I'm going to show you guys Lennar. And really what my update video this evening is going to be all about is the hidden inventory. The fact that we actually have a lot more inventory than what's made out to be. And I'm actually going to, I'm going to show you guys that. So really exciting. Sam, before I go, brother, anything you want to say?
No, just again, I appreciate you. I look forward to your content every morning and evening. And thanks for doing so much good for so many people.
Absolutely, brother. I definitely appreciate you, man. And, you know, I'll see you on the next live, hopefully. All right.
Yep. See ya.
All right. See you, brother.